Good slide, the APFA Retirement Seminar. What do I get in retirement? A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. This webinar is current as of April of 2018. If you haven't already done so, download the most recent version of the Good Slide handout. It can be found on the retirement page at apfa.org. And as always, if you have any questions, just shoot us an email at retirement@apfa.org. We're happy to help. So what do you get in retirement? Well, you're going to get a couple of things. You're going to get travel privileges. You're going to get paid for your vacation and your sick time. You're going to get a retirement gift. You'll get the status of being a retiree. And if you're separating from the company between the ages of 55 and 65, you'll get the option to purchase retiree medical insurance. So let's talk a little bit about travel. You're going to have 6 one-way D1 passes for you as well as for each eligible traveler, including dependent children under the age of 24, as well as your spouse or your domestic partner or your registered companion. You'll have unlimited D2R travel for you and all of your eligible travelers, unlimited D2P travel for your parents, or if they're not able to travel, for your in-laws. You'll have 8 one-way D3 tickets a year to give out to whoever you'd like. You'll also have the ability to purchase the AA20 tickets, which is 20% off the lowest fare on American Airlines, and that's available to you and all of your eligible travelers, as well as 20% off Advantage Mile Redemption tickets. All non-rev travel is booked through the travel planner on the AA Retiree's site, and all service charges and taxes are now prepaid. You'll have the ability to buy Z fares through the My ID Travel link on the AA Retiree site, just like you do as an active employee. It's great. You can self-ticket and self-refund. And there is no jump seat authority, so you need to be mindful of that when checking loads. You'll also find that a lot of the non-rev friendly travel agencies out there extend discounts to retirees as well. The 2 most popular ones that come to mind are Perks and Dargall. They're famous for offering those $99 airline discount cruises out of Galveston. If you're ever feeling bad about yourself, book a cruise out of Galveston. You'll feel like $1 million. And the hardest part about being retired is not being able to cut in the front of the line, because when you're a flight attendant, you wave that badge and you just go right to the front because you're a flight attendant and you don't wait in line. But now you're a retiree and you do. So if that's important to you, you may want to consider signing up for Global Entry before you retire. The company will reimburse you for it. It's $100 and it's good for 5 years. You'll get expedited service through customs and immigration, but you'll also get a known traveler number that you can put in your traveler database in JetNet, and every time you check in for a flight, you'll get the pre-check designation and get to use the expedited security lanes. If you have any unused sick time, it's going to be paid out at a rate of $8.65 per hour, and because this is termination pay, it cannot be deferred into your 401k. If you're Legacy US Airways, your vacation is going to be paid out at a rate of 4 hours per day for 7 or more days of vacation. If you've got 6 or less, it's going to be 3.5 hours per day. Legacy American vacations are paid out at a rate of 2.22 hours per day until your base becomes a PBS base, and at that time you will revert to the LUS formula. You're also going to get a retirement gift, because who doesn't love swag? You'll contact your flight service manager within the last 30 days of employment to request your retirement catalog. And the catalog will come with a commemorative certificate that I know you're going to frame and hang over your mantle. And you'll get to choose from a wide variety of dust collectors, such as glass plaques and jewelry from Tiffany's. There's even a Keurig coffee maker. But it'll be a little way of saying thanks. Status. Your status is changing. You're going from your role as Sky Goddess to Cat Rancher. And with status, you'll get the ability to get a retiree ID card, and this can be submitted online through the retiree website. You'll also find the direct web link in the retirement handout that you've downloaded. You'll submit an online photo and fill out the form, and 2 weeks later they mail you an ID card. It's good for using discounts on shipping, hotels, car rentals. Most retirees tell me that they love the 75% off at FedEx. Now, you won't be using it for travel. You'll be using a government-issued photo ID like a passport or a driver's license, just like your guest travelers do. You'll also have access to the American Airlines Retiree site, and with that will come payroll access, which will include paperless pay if you're Legacy US Airways, or e-pays if you're Legacy American. You'll also have the ability to purchase Americans' retiree medical insurance. You have to be between 55 and 65 at the time of your retirement, and as a participant in the plan, you'll pay the full cost. And the price is uncapped. It actually doubled in 2015. It's very, very unstable. The price did drop 45% for 2018, but again, there's no stability in this pricing, and it can fluctuate greatly from year to year. So how much does it cost? Well, the insurance has a $300,000 lifetime maximum medical benefit for each individual. And for the retiree, it'll be $851 a month, all the way down to $2,553 to insure your whole family. And now that you've seen the cost, what are some of my alternatives? Well, there's the Affordable Care Act, but stay tuned because that seems to be changing weekly. But we have had a lot of retirees who have found success in getting subsidized health care because of the tax credits. American has partnered with a company called One Exchange, and they are licensed in all 50 states to write both private and ACA policies, and they can also assist you in shopping for Medicare. And if you're drawing a PBGC pension because you came from Eastern or TWA or US Airways, you can take advantage of the healthcare tax credit. We're going to talk about that in a subsequent webinar. And then, of course, there's the old-fashioned way. You can marry someone with insurance, or you can die young. And we don't mean to make fun of it, but the reality is employer-sponsored healthcare is the best deal around, and any sort of alternative that's going to provide comparable coverage is going to be terribly expensive. What if you're not able to retire, but you still need to just move on? Well, you can just quit. If it suddenly dawns on you that you hate people, then you can just walk away. And quitting is pretty straightforward. You're going to give your flight service manager your notice, and your vacation will be paid out at the formula that we talked about earlier. If you're Legacy American and you're in the pension plan, you'll be able to draw it at some point in the future, depending upon your vesting and your eligibility, and then the same provision for the US Airways PBGC pensioners. But since you are not retiring, any sick time is lost. So if you have 1,000 hours of sick time and you're thinking of quitting, it might be time to find a creative way to use it.